Hi, I am Dr. J. Devakumar, belongs to Department of Microbiology. In this video, we are going to discuss about introduction of Staphylococcus aureus, history, classifications, general characters of Staphylococcus aureus and virulence factors, pathogenesis, laboratory diagnosis and treatment of Staphylococcus aureus. Staphylococcus aureus contain totally 40 defined species, of which 20 are associated with the colonization of man, of which 1 is coagulase positive and 19 coagulase negative. It is derived from the Greek word. It belongs to Staphylococcus. History: von Reglihans in the year 1871, who is the first person identified the Staphylococcus genus from human pyogenic lesion. Robert Koch in the year 1817 first to see the Staphylococcus in pus specimen. Louis Pasteur in the year 1880 first to cultivate in liquid medium. Sir Alexander Hoxton in the year 1881 named the bacteria Staphylococcus. Classifications: based on the pigment productions, Staphylococcus are classified Staphylococcus aureus golden yellow pigment colonies, Staphylococcus albus produce white colonies, Staphylococcus citrus produce lemon yellow colonies. Based on the pathogenicity, Staphylococcus aureus only causing infection to the human being. Rest of the species are not pathogenic to the human being. Based on the coagulase, Staphylococcus aureus only produce coagulase positive. Other species are not coagulase positive. Staphylococcus aureus is a spherical cocci 0.82 to 1 micrometer diameter. It's a grape-like cluster bacteria. The daughter cells are remaining close together. That's why the bacteria appear cluster appearance. It's a non-motile, non-sporing, non-capsulated organism. It's a gram-positive organism. Staphylo means cluster, cocci means shape, aureus means golden. That's why the organism having the name Staphylococcus aureus. Culture characteristics of Staphylococcus aureus. So aerobic and facultative anaerobic organisms. Optimum temperature for the growth is 37 degrees Celsius. Optimum pH for the growth is 7.5. On nutrient agar, it produces golden yellow and opaque colonies with a smooth glistening surface. 1 to 2 millimeter in diameter. Whenever we are going in the temperature 20 degrees Celsius, it produces pigments. Staphyloxanthin is one of the pigments produced by the Staphylococcus aureus. It is responsible for the antioxidant property. On blood agar, it produces golden yellow colonies surrounded by a clear zone of hemolysis, especially when inhibited in sheep or rapid blood agar. It provided a 20% carbon dioxide. On mechanic agar, small colonies and are pink color colonies due to the lactose fermentation. On mantle agar, Staphylococcus aureus produce yellow color colonies. Mantle salt agar is a useful selective medium for the recovering of Staphylococcus aureus from fecal specimens when investigating food poisoning. The Staphylococcus aureus have the ability to grow up to 10% of salt concentration. Biochemical properties: it's a catalase positive, oxidase negative. It ferments glucose, lactose, maltose, sucrose, and mannitol with production of acid but no gas. It ferments mannitol, which carries diagnosis in significance. It's a indole test positive, MR test positive, VP test positive, EDS test positive, hydrolyzed gelatin, reduced nitrate to nitrite, phosphate test positive, DNase test positive, coagulase test positive. Virulent factors of Staphylococcus: cell wall associated structures like peptidoglycan capsule, protein A, clumping factors, teichoic acids, and extracellular toxins, hemolysins, leukocidins, enterotoxins, TSST, XYD toxins, extracellular enzymes, staphylokinase, DNase, phosphatase, lipase, phospholipase, hyaluronidase, serokinase, protease. These are the factors which are responsible for the causing of infection to the human being. Pathogenesis: the Staphylococcus aureus other to damage skin, mucosa or tissue surface. At these sites, they evade defense mechanism, the host, colonize and cause tissue damage. Staphylococcus aureus produce disease by multiplying in tissues, liberating toxins, stimulating inflammation. Clinical symptoms of the Staphylococcus aureus produce cutaneous infection, deep infection, exfoliative disease, toxin shock syndrome, staphylococcal food intoxication. Cutaneous infections, folliculitis, it's an inflammation of the hair follicles. A small red bump or pimple develops at the infection sites of hair follicles. Furnicles or boils. Furnicle is deep-seated infections originating from folliculitis if infection extends from follicles to neighbor tissues. It causes redness, swelling, severe pain, commonly found on the neck, armpit, and groin region. Carbuncle is an aggregation of infected furnicles. Carbuncles may form large abscesses. It is a large area of redness, swelling, and pain, punctuated by several sites of drainage pus. Impetigo, a very superficial skin infection common in children, usually produces blisters or sores on the face, neck, hands, and diaper area. It is characterized by watery blisters which become pustules and then honey-colored crust. Deep infections. In deep infections, there are different categories. Osteomyelitis is an inflammation of bone. Bacteria can get to the bone via bloodstream, followed by injury. Following an injuries. The clinical features of the osteomyelitis: pain, swelling, deformity, defective healing, in some cases pus flow. With the help of X-ray, MRI, bone aspirates, we can diagnose the osteomyelitis. Periostitis, inflammation of periosteum. The clinical features of this: fever, localized pain, leukocytosis. With the help of needle aspiration of the subperiosteal fluids, we can diagnose the deep infection. Endocarditis is an inflammation of the inner layer of the heart, the endocardium. Endocarditis occurs when bacteria enter bloodstream, travel to heart, and lodge on the abnormal heart valves or damage heart tissues. Exfoliative disease. Exfoliative means scaling of tissues in layers, also known as staphylococcal skin scalded syndrome, previously called dermatitis of exfoliativa, Pemphigus neonatum, Lilly's disease, and retard disease. Epidermal toxin produced by Staph aureus at skin, and it is carried by bloodstream to epidermis, where it causes a split in a cellular layer. That is, this toxin separates outer layer of epidermis from underlying tissues. Toxic shock syndrome, caused when the toxic shock syndrome toxins liberated by the Staph aureus enter the bloodstream. It is multi-system illness characterized by high fever, headache, vomiting, diarrhea, conjunctival reddening, hypotension, skin rashes, and kidney failure. Staphylococcal food poisoning. When the staphylococcus caused when consuming food in which Staph aureus has multiplied and formed endotoxin. Symptoms of the staphylococcal food poisoning is nausea, vomiting, several abdominal cramp, diarrhea, sweating, headache, etc. The mode of transmission of Staphylococcus aureus is person with the lesions, airborne droplets, asymptomatic carrier, cross infection. By this method, the organisms transfer one person to another person. Coming to laboratory diagnosis of Staphylococcus aureus, with the help of the hematological investigations, we can diagnose the blood cells. Laboratory diagnosis of Staphylococcus. Next one is the bacteriological investigations. For the investigations, we have to collect different specimens such as pus, nasal swab, food, that is contaminated food, blood, sputum. With the help of these specimens, we can isolate the organisms from the specimens, and we can diagnose the Staphylococcus aureus. After that, we have to inoculate the specimens into the culture medium, and we have to observe the colony morphology and gram staining and morphological characters. With the help of those diagnosis process, we can identify whether the organism Staphylococcus or not. Next one is the coagulation test. Is also used to confirm the bacteria whether it is a Staphylococcus or not. Coming to the treatment of Staphylococcus aureus, there are different treatment processes are used for the treat staphylococcal infection, that is antibiotic therapy, wound drainage, device removal of dead tissues. Of each antibiotic therapy, some of the antibiotics were used: penicillin, cloxacillin, amoxicillin, flucloxacillin, clindamycin, cephalosporin, and erythromycin. Coming to the prevention of Staphylococcus aureus, with the help of the following processes, such as wash your hands, keep wounds covered, reduce tampon risk, avoid sharing personal care items, cooking and storing of the food materials improperly. So with the help of these processes, we can prevent the staphylococcal infections. In overall, in this video, we are learned classification of Staphylococcus, general characters, virulent factors, pathogenicity of Staphylococcus aureus, and treatment, how to prevent the Staphylococcus infection. Thank you.